Resolutions. All right, we ready? Okay, let's call to order the workshop meeting for June 7th, 2022 at 5:04 p.m. Roll call.
Councilmember Stoviak.
Here.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Here.
Councilmember Stoyal.
Here.
Councilmember Nichols.
Here.
Councilmember I'd D'Amico.
Here. Pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, communication from the mayor, including disapproval messages. Thank you. Communication to the public and petitions. Edwin?
Okay, we have request from the Dunkirk City School District to have 2 officers in addition to the school resource officer. Present at the Dunkirk Senior High School class of 2022 commencement exercise on Saturday, June 25th, 2022, rain date 6/26. Students will be participating in the traditional courtyard procession beginning at 9:15 a.m.
Any discussion, council?
No, Chief.
Good to go. We'll take care of it.
Okay, moving on, number 2.
Number 2, request from Josh A. Latona on behalf of El Rigby Theater to use Memorial Park to host Movies on the Lake, a series of free movies for the community on Friday nights, July 1st through August 5th, 2022. Also requesting to remain the remaining Friday nights in August as rain dates if needed.
Any discussion, council?
No, he did a nice job last year when he did.
Moving on, number 3.
Request from the Mikas family to use Washington Park, the area by the gazebo only, for a small family gathering on Sunday, June 26, 2022, from 12 p.m. till 4 p.m.
Any discussion, council? Hearing none, we'll move on to 4.
Request from Henry Hooten of 212 Webster Street asking 2 dead-end street signs be posted on his dead-end street to alleviate the confusion. The confused traffic looking for Roberts Road at the end of his dead-end street.
Randy, weren't there dead end signs there? Or did somebody take?
We can take care of that, Chief.
Okay. Any other discussion?
Yeah, I live nearby it, and I've actually seen that.
All right, number 5.
Request from the United Way of Northern Chautauqua County and Amerigold to modify the traffic pattern of Washington Avenue between 3rd Street and 4th Street on June 21st, 2022 for a food distribution from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. in participation with Feed the Children, Rural Ministries, and the Outdoor Project.
Any discussion, council?
My only question on that is NCCS still in session?
It's on the 17th.
It's on the 17th.
Yep.
Because that would be the only thing that would cause any real traffic issues there. I would also request that they have enough volunteers to help with traffic, to make sure that the flow keeps going, because I'm sure there's going to be a line of cars.
Right.
I think that's why they did it, Chief, and they did have a lot of spotters out there, and they had the flags.
Right.
They wouldn't let them go one direction. You came in and you went out south.
That'll help us with alleviating traffic flow, so hopefully they'll do that again.
The only thing was coming in, because they were coming in, heading south on Washington. They were coming in 4th Street, heading east, and then they were coming in, heading north from Washington.
Yeah, for the first time it was a mess.
Yeah.
Okay, number 6.
Number 6, notice of claim from Linda Rosa of 413 Washington Avenue, number 2, for injuries incurred allegedly from twisting her ankle on the crack curb at 119A Park Avenue on May 4th, 2022 at approximately 4:15 p.m.
Any discussion, council? Hearing none, let's move to 7.
Number 7, notice of claim from Keith Allstrom of 25 Cedar Street for alleged damages to his sidewalk, lawn, and driveway by Snowplow.
Any discussion, council? Hearing none, let's go to 8.
Number 8, loudspeaker permit request from the Unique Car Club to use the DJ at the Chautauqua County Fairgrounds on June 11, 2022 from 2 p.m. until 6 p.m. during a car show.
Any discussion, council?
Yes. Go ahead. You're
I was
first.
just wondering if they would consider moving way back beyond the fair where the grounds are, like on the fairgrounds, but instead of up by Central Avenue, after.
Back where the parking is normally during the fair?
Marchard Brigham Road, right?
Pardon?
Marchard and Brigham Road, right?
Yes, yes, like, it's near the, I mean, part of the fair still, but, you know, like after the rides, near the rides. big rides.
Yeah, that's what I was also gonna say, sorry to interrupt you.
No.
I just wanted to give you the street name. But that was where the general fair parking would be when they come in for admittance. And I don't know how the chief would sound on that.
The one issue I want you all to be aware of on this is, when this initially came to me, it was a request for a DJ and a two-step competition, which I did not know what that was, and I asked our city clerk to verify that for me, which she did, thank you. And what I found out was, that is a contest where you rev your engine as loud as you can and see how many times you can backfire. 4 hours of that twice I didn't think was a good idea. So I had Clerk Ramos call him back and advise him that I would not approve that. I will approve the DJ or a band, but I, myself personally, I don't think that's a good idea to have 4 hours of revving engine and backfiring to see who's got the loudest backfire. So I was a little taken aback that they tried to do that after, you know, we worked with them previously on the other issue, that they wanted to come back and have 4 hours worth of backfiring engine.
Yeah, we went through this already, didn't we?
So, he did agree not to do that, so we'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully they stay with what they promised they would do.
Thank you. What he informed me was that the backfire competition was approximately half hour. I told him that that's not what the paper stated, so that if you got approval on the paper, we're signing off on 4 hours of backfiring there. And so he did put in a request for half hour for the backfire competition. That was kind of, he was dissuaded on that and he decided to pull that.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much, because I just don't think that would have gone over very well.
Edwin, is there any chance to do as like Natalie suggested, because that's what I was also going to suggest, that they go to the rear portion of the fairgrounds?
So the first year that the 716 has put a car show together at the fairgrounds, they actually got some direction from Dan Manzella through myself on how to have their competition without completely destroying the neighborhood. They were not fine. Nobody was called. No police were called when they did their first show. They disbanded, and then this new organization kind of came in and things changed. But we have worked with them in the past with the car shows, and if there's anything that the council puts together for me, I would, without a problem, I would present it to them and you know, have them arrange their music accordingly.
Right.
So had that vehicle, in my opinion, that was like them decimating the neighborhood. Had that been turned the other way around, that music would have been going into a berm on the thruway, and it wouldn't have affected anybody, and it wouldn't have affected anything. So there are ways around what happened there. So yes, the answer is yes. The short answer, I can do that, yeah.
Okay, where's the end of the story here?
So we unloaded on the town.
Yeah. Somebody pull my string.
Well, we just don't need to start getting phone calls right after 8 o'clock in the morning.
I got one too.
Number 9.
Number 9, loudspeaker permit request from the Unique Car Club to use a DJ at the Chautauqua County Fairgrounds on July 30th, 2022 from 2 p.m. until 6 p.m. during a car show.
Any discussion, council? I'm assuming we're going to look for the same deal as the last one. Okay. Number 10.
Number 10, loudspeaker permit request from Ed Schranz to use speakers and amps at the lower pavilion of Point Gratiot on July 3rd, 2022 from 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. during a graduation party.
Any discussion, council? Okay. Hearing none. 11.
Number 11, loudspeaker permit request from Al Rigby Theater to use speakers at Memorial Park for free movie nights on Friday, July 1st through August 26th, 2022 from 7 p.m. till 11 p.m.
Any discussion, council? Okay, if not, 12.
Number 12, loudspeaker permit request from the Juneteenth Celebration Committee and Al Rigby Theater to use speakers on Friday, June 17th, 2022 at Memorial Park for a movie night to kick off the Juneteenth weekend celebration.
Any discussion, council? Okay, hearing none, let's go to 13.
Number 13, loudspeaker permit request from Henry Hooten of 212 Webster Street to use a band on July 3rd, 2022 during his annual 4th of July weekend party at 7 p.m.
Any discussion, council?
There's no end time.
And also, we should let them know that if there's problems, we won't be able to.
So Henry's a veteran with us.
Yeah.
I can let him
We
know.
do this every year for the
Yes.
last 15 years with him.
Oh.
He gets permission from his neighbors, they sign off, he's very good on it.
That's his birthday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all the neighbors are at his house.
Yeah,
So
right.
nobody's going to complain because all the
Oh,
neighbors are
right.
at the
Not a
house.
lot of things about it, he's never had trouble.
I don't
Yeah.
know,
None.
yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a request here, a letter explaining a walk-on.
Let me pass them out.
Okay. Would you do that?
Sure.
Thank you. Basically, as any party planner knows, you have your favorite people that you like to work with. Their favorite DJ was booked on the night of the party, and so last Friday, he informed them that his party had been rescheduled and that he now became available to perform at their function. Their function is in early July, and we needed to get this in on time to make the council's 30-day deadline.
Any discussion, council?
It's a very
So,
nice
can I
letter.
read that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we have a loudspeaker permit application from Victoria Fred of 613 Canary Street, Dunkirk, to use speakers and a mic at the Hose Foregrounds on July 3rd, 2022.
Now we need discussion. Okay, hearing none.
Okay, so I have another walk-on. This is a request from an add-on to, I got a phone call today and the lady says, I'm going to put a bounce house together at the bounce house at Point Gratiot because I have the pavilion rented. And I said, what you're going to do is you're going to turn in a request to the council, and the council is going to let you know if you're going to have the bounce house or not. And so she was able to get that. I just printed it up just before I came up. And I did inform her that the bounce house company would need liability insurance, and that they normally do have those readily available, but they have to have the city of Dunkirk as the holder on the insurance certificate. And so we have a request for a bounce house. No, I didn't even keep one for myself. Okay, I'm sorry. We have a request for a bounce house by Sammy Markham for June 18th. They have the lower pavilion already rented, and the council granted them permission to use the bandstand right next to the pavilion last council meeting.
All right, any discussion, council? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on.
That's what I have for this portion, sir.
Okay, thank you. Reports and standing and special committees, Councilwoman Lewisburg.
Not here.
Okay. Councilmember Mano.
Glenn? Yes.
Right, over here.
I don't know. Lucas Avenue, that old L-Tech site there, the grass is getting high. How would you go about taking care of it? Will you?
Dispatch it.
Sorry?
We'll dispatch it to be cut.
Okay. Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Councilman Stoyl.
Yeah, there's going to be a safety committee meeting, hopefully this week sometime. Like this,
meet with Miss Lillian on it tomorrow, and we'll get it straightened out. Other than that, moving on.
Okay, thank you. Councilwoman Nichols? Thank
The
you.
only thing I want to address is still, I've talked to Randy many times on it, since the last discussion, is that playground that's over there on Marauder and Lucas. It is getting worse, and there are people going over there. So we're trying to get it, to see if we can get some cooperation from the city and the school to get it taken down as soon as possible. It's a safety concern.
If I may, I spoke with Tim Avenue about that a couple of days ago, and he said depending on your move on it today, as far as removing it, we would coordinate and work together getting that out as soon as possible.
Thank you.
And they are building a giant playground at the middle school, they're just waiting on the stuff to come in. So that would be, and that would, in our minds, replace that playground.
But I think he was more insistent on waiting till that one started or was up and running before they took that one down. But my concern is the small little kids that are there.
Yeah.
And even if you partially took down the bad parts, it would still leave big gaps where,
Yeah, it wouldn't work. And we've caution taped it out multiple times, and they just ripped the caution tape down and go
Yeah.
at it. So, I mean, the best thing to do for, I think, safety and liability purposes is if you guys agree to remove it, then we'll get on that ASAP.
yeah, and there are 8 other playgrounds in the city, so
Yeah.
they can find another nice one.
Yeah, and I mean, the one at the middle school is gonna be fantastic.
Right.
Under the
Thank you, Mike.
whatever they're calling it.
Intermediate.
Thank you. They'll always be the middle.
Yeah. Okay, and you're done, Councilwoman?
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't have anything. Let's move on to unfinished business. Nothing? Okay, let's go to pre-file, number 50.
Sorry, give me a second, please. Sure.
My book.
I do have that.
Do my homework.
Okay, resolution submission of program year 2022 consolidated annual performance and evaluation report to CAPER for City of Dunkirk CDBG program to HUD.
Any discussion, council? Okay, hearing none. 51.
Number 51, resolution authorizing extension of tax collection agreement, County of Chautauqua.
Any discussion, council? Okay, hearing none. 52.
Resolution for local law intro number 2, 2022, City of Dunkirk, New York, a local law amending the city code, charter 79 zoning, or chapters of 79 zoning.
Any discussion, council? This will have to go in, we're gonna need to amend and then take it to a public hearing. Okay, 53.
Number 53, resolution authorizing agreements for work at the city DPW Streets Division for processing of millings from 2021 and for removal of paints.
Any discussion, council? Okay, hearing none, let's go to 54.
54, resolution authorizing agreements for professional services with Burgess and NIPO, professional engineers for wastewater treatment improvement and analysis and reports for funding applications.
Any discussion, council?
Do you want to do any explaining here, Randy, or you want to wait till we go in for the meeting?
Either way,
Why don't you start it here and then continue in there?
I think we'll do it next.
Okay.
Okay, let's go 55.
Number 55, resolution authorizing consent order closeout change orders.
Any discussion? Hearing none. 56.
56, resolution for local law intro number 3, 2022, City of Dunkirk, New York, a local law amending the Dunkirk City Code, Chapter 79 zoning.
Again, we're going to need to amend and also take it to a public hearing. All right, and then we got 57 as a walk-in, correct?
Correct. So I have 57. It is a request for ARPA stimulus, to release ARPA stimulus funds. Do I need to read it?
I don't think you need to read it in here. Council, you have any discussion on any of these amounts?
We went over this at the finance meeting.
Yeah. Okay. No questions, let's move on to new business.
I have another, do I have another walk-on? 58? No? Okay.
All right. Nothing under new business. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
Nichols and seconded by Stoyles.
Councilmember Laskoviac,
Hi.
Councilmember Bamanto, Councilmember Stoyl, Councilmember Nichols,
We don't have the emergency
Councilmember Dean.
resolution.
Aye.
Pearl,
Adjourn.
they approved it at the,
We did everything at the finance meeting.
We approved that in,
oh, it's in ARPA?
Yeah, look, Randy.
Randy, that one with the whole.
Thank you.
No, I had a
Use my technique, I combine.
Maybe, maybe not. So you got a gag? Okay. Are you on a gag order? You're ready.
What is that thing that's causing me to turn off my light? It's not a yacht,
That's the way it is. Everywhere.
Mike, you start that training this week? That training, yes.
It's like a tourist boat.
You're here on a boat? Troublemaker.
I don't know which one you're pointing at. Me? These two?
Me and one there.
He'll get up and clear it. He'll get up and
You're good.
You in there, but that was exactly what we were trying to do last year, is make you go to the back.
and plus they'll have all that area for dark.
The farmland, yeah.
Be that way. I'll say something too during the, you know.
Mrs. Willis there. Mrs. Willis.
Oh, she lives on Sunday.
No, Lake Shore. I mean Brigham Road.
The only thing, that's what I
Right
got.
over
We pointed that out.
north side.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Well, we'll find out.
Not, well, I think he'll be in and out.
Then one of the kids, the guy did, because I told him. Down the right there. Good. Just some tunes. And I got emails.
So you have a copy of
I said, John, we should get one right on the front of their house.
Okay.
I'll go grab it.
That's fine. All right, everybody else ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's call to order the regular meeting of June 7th, 2022 at 5:31 PM. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Councilmember Lescoviac.
Here.
Councilmember Bamanto. Here. Councilmember Stoyl. Here. Councilmember Nichols.
Here.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico.
Here. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, certification of the prior meeting, resolution dispensing with reading of the minutes.
Okay, so this is to certify that an official copy of the minutes of the Common Council meeting of Tuesday, May 17, 2022 was presented to the mayor on Thursday, May 25, 2022. Pursuant to section 3.03 of the Dunkirk City Charter, all items presented to the mayor are now in full force and effect. In witness whereof I have hereto set my hand in the seal of the city of Dunkirk, New York, the 7th day of June, 2022.
Okay.
You need a motion?
So moved. Yep, okay. Got a motion from Nichols and...
Second.
Second from...
Councilmember Lescoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico.
Aye, carried. Okay, reading of the privilege of floor regulations.
The privilege of the floor shall be extended to any person appearing for themselves, in which case that individual shall be limited to 3 minutes, and to any person representing a group who shall be limited to 5 minutes. When recognized, please stand and state your name and address. The city clerk shall have the duty of maintaining such time limits, and the councilman at large may determine in his discretion whether individuals are speaking for themselves or representing groups. Councilman at large D'Amico shall maintain good order and may require any speaker to cease speaking if remarks are made in bad taste or are slanderous or non-germane to any action taken or contemplated by council. The time limit specified shall be strictly adhered to, except that a speaker may be allowed to complete a statement or thought started before such time has expired.
Okay, privilege of the floor is now open.
Hi, Ned Devine, 618 Main Street, Dunkirk, New York. I wanted to first thank the chief and everybody who participated and helped out, especially the police and fire for participating in that Matt Hazelton run this past weekend. That was, a marvelous event, and it's one that we all like to take some time and think about Matt Hazelton and his service to the city. And also congratulations to Marty Bomano, Councilman Bomano, for taking first in his age group.
Thank you.
I wasn't going to mention which the age group was, but
There's only 2 left.
yeah. And also my wife, who also placed third in her age group. So congratulations. I did want to kind of mention the counter rally that was held, unfortunately, almost at the same time. I really appreciated seeing the mayor there and the efforts of Councilwoman Lescoviac for her efforts bringing, some of the community together to express their concerns. Would have loved to see others there, but I think the voice was heard, and some dissatisfaction expressed. And, thank you everybody for their time.
Thank you. Would anyone else like to speak and address the floor?
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Juan Rivera. I am the founder and owner of the Unique Car Club. I put in for some petitions for loudspeaker permit. I just wanted to make sure that, everybody knows I put in for them. It's for a DJ. It's not for loud car audio. It's just a plain car show. No loud music. I know we've had our rough patches before. Stuff was miscommunicated, and we got past it. And all I want is, the loudspeaker permit for a DJ. It's not that I'm doing car audio. The chief of police knows I won't do it. I put in for 2 loudspeaker permits for now. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you. I think as long as you keep the lines of communication open between our clerk and our police chief, I think we'll be fine.
Yes, I actually have another question. In September, I am doing a third show, my third show. I do 3 of them a year. September, I close out the year. I don't do any more after that. I know the loudspeaker permit for the car audio is hard to get because some cars are real loud. I wanted to know if I could sit down with you guys and see for September if you guys gave me a window, an opportunity to bring these cars back into town again like I did last time, and only have a window from a certain point to a certain point. Police could be at the property. I don't have a problem with the police being there, never. If the cars are too loud, you know, we could tell them to lower them down. If they don't lower them down, the police is more willing to give them fines. I don't have a problem with that. The stereo competition part, I want to do it in September, but I want to do it inside a building, inside a barn, so it won't be as loud outside. If I can't have the cars with the loudspeakers outside, they won't be able to turn them on outside, but when they're inside the barn, it's in volts of 30 seconds. So 2 cars will get side by side. They'll turn on for 30 seconds, shut off, turn on for 30 seconds, shut off, turn on for 30, and then they're done. So you guys could think about it. You know, we could sit down. I could bring 2 cars. I could get 2 guys to come down with their cars. I could get the fairgrounds to open up the barn, put them inside the barn. You guys could stand outside the barn. I will put those things as hard as they could hit, and you guys could tell me if it passes for you guys, if it's going to be too loud, and if not.
Council? I think that's a fair request. As long as we keep the lines of communication open, he's working with the chief and with Edwin.
And I'm always willing to have the police there. You know, the chief knows I don't have never a problem with the police being there.
One on the other aspect, during our workshop, we asked Edwin if he would contact you with Natalie and I, suggesting that when you do have your car show, if you could move them back farther toward Brigham Road for when you have the actual show itself, if that would be workable.
That's fine. Okay, thank you.
Great.
Would anyone else like to speak? One, going twice. Privilege of floor is now closed. Communication from the mayor, including disapproval messages. Mayor?
Mr. Chairman, I just have some announcements to make. First of all, I just want to let the council know that the resolution for the court upgrades will be in for the next meeting coming up. The farmers market will be starting tomorrow. I plan to be there. We do have some live music there too. Our Complete Streets project will be going into the construction phase. That'll begin tomorrow as well. There shouldn't be any major issues with traffic the first week or so, but eventually there will be some issues there, and we'll be addressing them accordingly as we move on in that project. Music on the Pier starts again this week. This is our opening summer kickoff. We have the hose raises coming in Friday. We have events coming in this whole week, starting Thursday and Friday and Saturday. Everyone's invited to attend. The E.M. Cotter Firebolt is going to be here as well, be giving tours all day. So it'll be here the whole weekend. That's always exciting. A lot of the kids like to come in and take tours. Basically, that's all I have. Regarding the hospital, I have been in contact with the governor's representative, and I just want the council to be aware that at this point I have been requesting that not only the hospital stay here in the city, but probably just as, if not more importantly, that the governor take into consideration our 2 main concerns, one being the fact that if and when the hospital leaves, we would like to have support, financial support from the state to repurpose that whole city block. And then the other concern is that we do have poor people who don't have transportation, who need these essential medical services. I believe that's an issue that should be addressed as well. So I do have a meeting scheduled for Friday of this week, and I will keep the council informed and updated.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor, when you spoke to the governor's office, when we spoke last, we were looking to possibly see if we could get some mediation involved?
Yes, the governor herself was not involved. The governor's representative was very busy and really was hard to get in communication with her. So, but, you know, basically where we're at now is the hospital board of directors is stating that the hospital is in jeopardy of non-existing. So that's an issue that the governor needs to deal with as well.
Thank you. Okay, let's move on to communications from the public and petitions.
Number 1, request from the Dunkirk City School District to have 2 officers in addition to the school resource officer present at the Dunkirk Senior High School class of 2022 commencement exercise on Saturday, June 25th, 2022, rain date 6/26. Students will be participating in a traditional courtyard procession beginning at 9:15 a.m.
Any discussion, council? So moved. Okay, I'm going to need a motion to refer to the appropriate departments, the appropriate insurances and usual conditions. So moved.
Second.
Nichols, and a second by Lescovia.
Councilmember Lescoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico.
Aye. Carried.
Number 2, request from Joshua A. Latona on behalf of Al Rigby Theater to use Memorial Park to host Movies on the Lake, a series of free movies for the community on Friday nights, July 1st through August 5th, 2022. Also requesting the remaining Friday nights in August as rain dates if needed.
Any discussion, council? Hearing none, can I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments, appropriate assurances and usual conditions? I'm sorry, who was the motion? Stoyles?
Nichols, second.
Thank you.
Councilmember Lescoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico.
Aye.
Number
Carried.
3, request from the Mikas family to use Washington Park, the area by the gazebo only, for a small family gathering on Sunday, June 26, 2022, from 12 p.m. until 4 p.m.
Any discussion, council? Hearing none, motion to appropriate departments, appropriate insurances, usual conditions. First. Second. Romano and Stoyl.
Councilmember Lescoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico.
Aye. Carried.
Number 4, request from Henry Hooten of 212 Webster Street asking 2 dead-end street signs be posted on his dead-end street to alleviate the confused traffic looking for Roberts Road at the end of a dead-end street.
Any discussion, council? Hearing none, can I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments?
So moved. Second.
I got Leskoviak and a second by Stoyl.
Councilmember Lescoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico.
Aye. Carried.
Number 5, request from the United Way of Northern Chautauqua County and Amerigo to modify the traffic pattern of Washington Avenue between 3rd Street and 4th Street on June 21st, 2022 for a food distribution from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. in partnership with Feed the Children, Rural Ministries, and the Outpour Project.
Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, can I have a motion to the appropriate departments?
So moved.
Appropriate insurances and usual conditions? Second. I got Bomano and Stoyl.
21st or second.
Councilmember Lescoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico.
Aye. Carried.
Number 6, notice of claim from Linda Rosa of 413 Washington Avenue, number 2, for injuries occurred allegedly from twisting her ankle on the cracked curb at 119A Park Avenue on May 4th, 2022 at approximately 4:15 p.m.
Any discussion, council? Hearing none, let's refer to the appropriate departments. Can I have a motion? So moved. Stoyl?
Second.
And a second by Leskoviak.
Councilmember Lescoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico.
Aye, carried.
Number 7, notice of claim from Keith Allstrom of 25 Cedar Street for alleged damages to his sidewalk, lawn, and driveway by snowplow.
Any discussion, council? Hearing none, can I have a motion again to refer to the appropriate departments? Councilman
Second.
Bomano?
Second.
Seconded by Stoyl.
Councilmember Laskoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Belmonto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico.
Aye, carried.
Number 8, loudspeaker permit request from the Unique Car Club to use a DJ at the Chautauqua County Fairgrounds on June 11, 2022 from 2 p.m. until 6 p.m. during a car show.
Any discussion, council?
Just the same discussion that we had with Juan when he was up here. If he would look and let us know, let Edwin know what his decision was going to make about moving it. Would that be sufficient with you, Edwin?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay. Can I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments, appropriate insurances, and usual conditions?
So moved.
Second. Stoyl, and a second by Bomano.
Councilmember Laskoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Belmonto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico.
Aye, carried.
9, loudspeaker permit request from the Unique Car Club to use the DJ at the Chautauqua County Fairgrounds on July 30th, 2022 from 2 p.m. until 6 p.m. during a car show.
Any discussion, council? Hearing none, can I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments, appropriate
So moved.
insurances, usual conditions?
Second.
That was, who had the first motion? Laskoviac, and second by Bomano.
Councilmember Laskoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Belmonto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico.
Aye, carried.
Number 10, loudspeaker permit request from Ed Schranz to use speakers and amp at the lower pavilion of Point Gratiot on July 3rd, 2022 from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. during a graduation party.
Council, any discussion? Hearing none, a motion to the appropriate departments, appropriate insurances, usual conditions. Councilman Bomano's got a motion.
So moved.
Seconded by Councilwoman Stoyl. All,
Councilmember Laskoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Belmonto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Nancy was over there.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico.
aye, carried.
Number 11, loudspeaker permit request from Al Rigby Theater to use speakers at Memorial Park for free movie night on Friday, July 1st through August 26, 2022 from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Any discussion, council? Hearing none, can I have a motion to the appropriate departments, usual insurances, usual conditions? Nichols?
Second.
Seconded by Laskoviac.
Councilmember Laskoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Belmonto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico.
Aye, carried.
Number 12, loudspeaker permit request from the Juneteenth Celebration Committee and Al Rigby Theater to use speakers on Friday, June 17, 2022 at Memorial Park for a movie night to kick off the Juneteenth weekend celebration.
Any discussion, council? Hearing none, could I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments, appropriate assurances, and usual conditions?
So.
I got Nichols and a second by Laskoviac.
Councilmember Laskoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Belmonto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico.
Aye, carried.
Number 13, loudspeaker permit request from Henry Hooten of 212 Webster Street to use a band on July 3rd, 2022 during his annual 4th of July weekend party at 7 p.m.
Any discussion, council? Again, motion the appropriate departments, appropriate assurances, and usual conditions.
Nichols.
I got Bomano with a second by Nichols.
Councilmember Laskoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Belmonto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico.
Aye, carried.
Yeah, I have a walk-on letter. If you don't mind me reading the letter, sir?
Please.
It's addressed to Mayor Wilfred Rosas, Councilmember at-large D'Amico, Councilwoman Laskoviac, Councilman Bomano, Councilman Stoyl, Councilwoman Nichols, and City Clerk Edwin Ramos. Dear Mayor Rosas and Dunkirk City Council, good evening. My name is Victoria Fred. I reside at 613 Canary Street. I have rented out the Hose 4 grounds on Saturday, July 3rd, 2022 for my son's high school graduation party, which we did not plan on having entertainment as our DJ was hired for another event. On the evening of Friday, June 3rd, 2022, I received a phone call from the DJ that his event was rescheduled and is now available to DJ our graduation party. Since I'm aware and respect that loudspeaker permit applications are required to be turned in 30 days prior to the event, I'm asking council to please consider my request as a walk-on. Thank you for your time. Sincerely, Victoria Fred.
Any discussion, council?
That should just be received and filed. We should get.
Yeah.
The loudspeaker
Okay,
application.
received and filed on this. Right. Yep. So, okay.
All right.
Yes.
So, walk-on number 2 is a loudspeaker application or a loudspeaker request for Victoria Fred of 613 Canary Street to use speakers and a mic at a graduation party on July 3rd, 2022 at the Hose Fort grounds of Point Gratiot.
Any discussion, council? At this point, hearing none, can I have a motion to the appropriate departments, usual insurances, appropriate insurances and usual...
Nichols.
Nichols, with a second by Stoyl?
Yes.
Councilmember Lescoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large D'Amico.
Aye, carried.
So I have a bounce house request from Sammy Markham to use the bounce house at the lower pavilion of Point Gratiot on June 18, 2022. They also said that they would provide the paperwork for the insurance.
Any discussion, council? Again, we're going to need a motion to refer to the appropriate departments, appropriate assurances and usual conditions.
So moved.
Nichols?
Second.
Second by Lescovia.
Councilmember Lescoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large D'Amico.
Aye, carried.
That's all I have.
Thank you. Okay, let's go into reports of standing committees, boards, and commissions. Councilwoman Lescovia.
Yes, I want to let everyone know there's a hands-on neighborhood program this Saturday, June 11th, beginning at 7 a.m., gathering at Washington Park. All citizens are invited for a city cleanup. The Dunkirk Police will be on hand to advise before we embark, and any and all supplies will be provided. Begins at 7 a.m., and we will continue to register volunteers for a few hours. This event is implemented by the Chautauqua County Land Bank, and our sponsors are Lakeshore Savings Bank and Community Bank. Secondly, as you have heard earlier, we're on the move again regarding Brooks Hospital staying here in our city. And we're making progress. Myself and another citizen talked with Kathy Young after our rallies last Saturday morning, and she mentioned hospitals have been receiving less money since the passage of the Affordable Care Act, and that this is one of the reasons for hospital closures. Please know, I taught the ACA to many 10 years ago through Community Service Society, and this is not true. However, I am going to research this subject more so, but what I do know is Medicaid was expanded quite a bit through the ACA, therefore giving people a provider network as opposed to being uninsured, and this is an amazing savings of millions. Also, I would like to mention that when TLC purchased in 2008, Brooks, there were $17 million in surplus, so I don't know what the story is of their big demise right now. But lastly, there have been many citizens, including myself, that are disappointed, to say the least, about the unkept docks owned by Mr. Pringle. There are two obvious messes, one being docks washed ashore across from the Steger Apartments. And then there's that huge tourist boat parked on Lakeshore Drive dock where people like to park during events. These are an embarrassment with us coming into our tourist season. He's probably a busy business owner with other docks and other places, however, none is as important as ours. So Randy, Mayor, I was hoping you could speak to these citizens.
I can start to address that. First of all, I have spoken with Mr. Pringle on the city's behalf about terminating the contractual agreement we have with him. And I just want the council to know that sometimes you got to watch what you wish for because you may get it. I have spoken with our key staff who would be involved, and I'm not sure that we're ready to make that move. But I can tell you that Mr. Pringle was willing to come to the table to address that issue. So that being said, I'd like to turn it over to our DPW. We have a pretty good relationship with Mr. Pringle and his folks. Mr. Pringle has been experiencing the same thing that all employers are experiencing, including the city. We can't find enough people to work. So, but the city is collaborating with him. We are working together to address these issues, and I would like to turn it over to our DPW leadership here so they can give you a better update.
Thank you.
If I may, I spoke with Charles and his employees a couple of weeks ago about working together to remove those docks. We made a couple different times, and it didn't work out for either us or them. They will be removed with help from us and Pringle's employees as well, and it'll be happening immediately, I dare say, by the end of the week. But his equipment couldn't pick them from the shore, so we're going to put them in the water, and he's going to take care of it from there, basically. But he's been very easy to work with of late.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You done? Okay. Councilman Bomano?
Yes, I'd like to comment on Memorial Day. I'm thanking all the people that came out. It was a beautiful day, a little warm, but
Little?
gorgeous day. Our streets were full with people and kids. That was a great time. I'd like to thank the joint veterans along with the mayor and the city of Dunkirk and all the staff, Mike, Randy, police chiefs, everybody was involved. Jason Sislovich had the park looking great. It's like that was like my number 7th time down there, and it's been beautiful every time. And that parade went like clockwork, so everybody had a good time. So thanks everybody for that. I'd like to comment on the Matt Hazelton run, like Mr. Devine already said. That was another great day. It was cool, and that's what runners want. That's a cool day. It was one of the coolest days I ran in June or July, and a lot of people had some good numbers there. And I think the police, they were all on hand, and Chief was leading the way in the buggy. And it was well organized. They had the spotters out all along Lakeshore Boulevard and all the way around. And as usual, they did a great job. So thank you very much. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Councilman Stoll? Nothing. Thank you. Councilwoman Nichols?
Yes, I'd just like to add what Marty said about our Memorial Day Parade. This was Ryan Hall, his first attempt at putting anything major like that together. He and Scott Meekus did a wonderful job of orchestrating it, and with having the flags to hand out from Rec and Youth and the candy to toss. It was just a phenomenal day. It couldn't have been more perfect. Hats off to the crew and everybody that worked together. It was a team effort, and everybody pulled together to make Dunkirk shine. We had people from all over there. So that was that. And now I'd like to say some good news from Dunkirk is where I believe, the mayor might get me wrong on this, we're going into our 31st year of Summer Better Than Others Day Camp. And registration opened yesterday for city residents. The location to find it, and people are having difficulty, even though there's signage around because they've now moved into the Stearns building. It's if you go between Central Station and the Stearns building, you will find the door. Registration is taking place between 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. They're not taking any phone or mail-in orders as I call it, registration, and non-city residents will be able to apply next week. Any questions regarding camp? Call 366-9885. And their hours are from 9 to 4, but they're staying till 5 for camp registration to make things easier on parents and grandparents that do work. Revitalize Dunkirk will be having their annual plant sale the same day as the neighborhood cleanup, and that will be behind the incubator. Use the Washington Street entrance starting at 9 a.m. and they asked to say, please, no early birds. The last thing I'd like to say, and I would just like to add on to what Natalie is saying with Mr. Pringle, Those docks down at the foot of Main Street, there were 3 sections that have been there for 2 years. We asked about it before, and he was supposed to be getting them out of there. Now they seem to have multiplied to about probably 12 sections of docking back there. It's very dangerous, and I know it shouldn't be up to ours. We're being the nice people trying to help him out. But if he can't get them out, and he knows what's going on there, if he can't get them out in a timely fashion or doesn't have the equipment, then he should probably contact somebody that has a crane like Benchley's, and they can maybe pull them all out and load them onto some equipment for him. But he's got his decking also in the property between Tim Hortons and the Clarion that he's utilized the 2nd year in a row, and he left it there past the 4th of July last year before it was moved. Then all you have to do is have one of your workers pick up that piece of wadded up blue tarp that was on the summer winds down by the old Burgess property and take care of the weeds that are in front of the property. He has to have employees that drive by there. And if they don't, then he should be down here checking the situation out. It's just an embarrassment, as Natalie said, for the city of Dunkirk to have all that take place right on our main drag coming into the city. And we're trying to make it look nice, but you can only put a Band-Aid on so much. He just has to be held accountable. I'm sure Celeron would not put up with him doing all that he's doing in the city of Dunkirk. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Again, I'd like to congratulate everybody on Memorial Day. I thought the city looked great. Crews did a wonderful job. It was a lot of fun. Hot, but it was a lot of fun. That's what I got. Erica, you have something under commissions and committees?
Yes, all of the change of assessment notices have now been sent out. Grievance day is next Tuesday, June 14th. Appointments can be made by calling the assessor's office. On the 14th, they will be scheduled from 2 to 4 p.m. and 6 to 8 p.m. Walk-ins are welcome. Questions and concerns to the office ahead of time are welcome.
Thank you. Okay, let's move on. Let's go to pre-filed resolutions at number 50.
Number 50, resolution for submission of program year 2020 consolidated annual performance and evaluation report CAPER for City of Dunkirk CDBG program 2 HUD.
Any discussion, council? Hearing none, clerk call the roll.
Councilmember Lescoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico.
Aye, carried.
Number 51, resolution authorizing extension of tax collection agreement, County of Chautauqua.
Any discussion, council? Hearing none, clerk call.
Councilmember Lescoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico.
Aye, carried.
Number 52, resolution for local law intro number 2, 2022, City of Dunkirk, New York, a local law amending the Dunkirk City Code, Chapter 79, zoning.
Okay, so this one we're going to need to amend. So can I have a motion to amend?
So moved.
Nichols, seconded by
Stoyl.
Stoyl.
Councilmember Lescoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico.
Aye, carried.
And that's set for a public hearing.
Motion, okay, so I'm going to need a motion table for a public.
So moved.
Nichols with a second
Second.
by Lutzkoviak.
Councilmember Lescoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico.
Aye. So our next meeting.
Number 54, resolution authorizing, I'm sorry.
No, we got to get a hearing.
All right, so that'll be the 21st at 5:15. You're welcome. Okay, thank you.
Okay, number 54, resolution
53.
authorizing agreements for professional
it's
services with
53.
Burgess and Nyepel, professional engineers.
We got to go 53.
I'm sorry, I'm ready to get out of here. All right, let's try this again. Resolution authorizing agreement for work at the city DPW Streets Division for processing of millings from 2021 and for removal of tanks.
Any discussion, council? Hearing none, call the roll.
Councilmember Lescoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico.
Aye, carried.
Okay, now, resolution authorizing agreement for professional service with Burgess and Nyepel Professional Engineers for wastewater treatment improvement analysis and reports for funding applications.
Any discussion, council?
I just wanted Randy to briefly explain this.
Sure. Just very quickly, we've got 3 of the 4 phases are done at the wastewater plant. Made some big improvements there. We're trying to get ahead of regulatory consent orders like we were on more than a decade and a half with the water plant. Mayor Rosas has led the charge to fix the wastewater plant ahead of that proactively, and he's been able to get a lot of good funding opportunities. A lot of this is 33% grant, and the rest of it is 0% interest payback. So we're getting that fixed, and we're heading into the final stages. This gets us to that final lap.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, not hearing anything else. Let's call the roll.
Councilmember Lescoviac?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl? Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico?
Aye, carried.
Number 55, resolution authorizing consent order closeout change orders.
Any discussion, council? Hearing none, call the roll.
Councilmember Lescoviac?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico?
Aye, carried.
Number 56, resolution for local law intro number 3, 2022, City of Dunkirk, New York, a local law amending the City Code Chapter 79 zoning.
Okay, I'm going to need a motion to amend.
So moved.
Nichols,
Second.
seconded by Stoyl.
Councilmember Lescoviac?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico?
Aye,
Table.
Carol. Okay, I need a motion to table.
So moved.
I got Nichols, seconded by Leskovia.
Councilmember Lescoviac?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico?
Aye, carried. And we'll run that back to back with the other public hearing.
So I have 57, which is going to be amended.
Okay.
It's a walkout, so we're just replacing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have number 57, resolution for stimulus fund use allocations.
Any discussion, council? Hearing none, clerk call the roll.
Councilmember Lescoviac?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large D'Amico?
Aye, carried. Okay, that does it.
Did we have to vote to amend?
No, it was just an add-on. They didn't put this one on.
Okay.
Randy, all your stuff was taken care of. So, we're all
Okay, so we'll move on
bunched together.
Yeah.
I did have a comment on the stimulus.
I'm sorry, go, say it again, Marty.
I do have a comment on the ARPA stimulus.
Sure, go ahead.
I would like to thank the mayor working with Marcia and Mark and got together, and not just on the stimulus, but everything that we had to do in the finance meeting. There's so much goes on and so much changes they have to do, so thank you very much. I'd like to thank council. Everybody here at this table was at that meeting, and we all voted together to get these things going for the city and help better our city, so thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
Thanks for your input, too, man. You put us over the top in that meeting.
Okay, no, we're going to come into new business right now. You just made a comment. Yeah.
What is in the air today?
So anything else under new business?
Human brain.
Okay, hearing nothing under new business, can I have a motion to adjourn?
I so moved.
I got Stoyl with a second by Nichols. I'm sorry.
Did you actually do the vote on 57?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
To table it?
No.
57.
Don't take my glasses.
I'm sorry, let's go.
We did.
We did.
I thought it carried. I thought it did, but we can do it again.
Hang on. Okay,
Just in case.
Oh my God.
That's it, I'm done.
No, we did because I
I
said.
did, right.
We
You
did
know what?
because I went like this.
Yeah, we did.
We did, Chico.
Yeah, I thought so.
If not, we'll do it again and Marty will thank us.
Yeah.
Think again.
We got a group here. All right, let's go back to, can I have a motion to adjourn now? Stoyles and Nichols?
Stoyles and
Councilmember
Nichols.
Lescoviac?
Get our
Councilmember
names straight.
Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large
My God.
Rich, thank you.
What is going on today?
Oh, my God.